It was announced earlier today that Paul Heyman will be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2024. WWE are commemorating this with a brand new Paul Heyman Hall of Fame t-shirt available now on wweshop.com. See all the accomplishments of his career on the backside of the shirt. Really like that. With WrestleMania and of course the Hall of Fame ceremony taking place in Philly, it's very poetic. It's very right that Paul Heyman is going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. The question is, who inducts him? Brock Lesnar would have been the obvious choice. Could it now be someone from his past, from ECW? Could it be CM Punk? We know the connection there with Punk and Heyman. How about Roman Reigns? The tribal chief may be acknowledging the wise man? I don't know, but let me know your thoughts. Who should induct Paul Heyman in the comments down below? This is things you might have missed from WWE Raw. Make sure you hit the like button, and if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button too. Valhalla would give Michael Cole her antlers tonight. Michael Cole has officially finished his story. This was brilliant. The crowd was so into it, man. WWE would call this Antler Watch. No, it's not happening. Do not even ask me to start Antler Watch. Although they're a lot rarer now, we already have Puppet Watch on this video series and, of course, Nikki Watch. We can't be adding Antler Watch. We can't be watching everything. Fuck it, just once. It's Antler Watch! Cody Rhodes would kick off Monday Night Raw tonight, and by God, the crowd was loud. Cody would confirm that The Rock told him that the people didn't want to see Cody versus Roman. Therefore, it was going to be Rock and Roman, etc., etc. He also made mention of the fact that Seth Rollins is now his friend. He called him his... Why did you have to call him your friend? Because we all know where that leads, right? But there was this moment. This was crucial, and we don't even know why yet. Seth put the L up, then made a point to stop, look at it, and change it to the 1. That's exactly what The Rock's been doing. We still don't know what this actually means. Is this The Rock's way of acknowledging the bloodline? Does it mean something different to him? Does it mean a secret hand signal that he's not actually with Roman? With the fact that Seth Rollins made a moment out of this tonight by stopping his promo and looking at his fingers, then changing it, it definitely means something. We just don't know what. Well, we got the confirmation that they've renamed The Rock Diarrhea Dwayne. What? Before the slightly bigger news that Seth Rollins today received 100% medical clearance. Seth Rollins is cleared. He's ready for WrestleMania. He'll be at Smackdown Friday, and so will Cody Rhodes. Cody will answer The Rock's challenge this Friday on Smackdown with Seth and face-to-face with the Bloodline. Oh my God, Friday is going to be unmissable. Something worth noting on the Jackie Redmond show, Jey Uso was asked if he'd pick his family or Cody Rhodes if it came down to it. And he said if Cody Rhodes needs another soldier, he's right there. He'll pick Team Cody. And that story might play out very soon as Drew and Jey Uso in main event. Solo Sikoa would make his presence felt before Cody Rhodes would come and equalise that number. Jimmy Uso would then cause a distraction, allowing Drew McIntyre to win again. We would then see Seth Rollins saving Jey Uso from a Jimmy Uso beatdown before the number 1 contender, Drew McIntyre, would take advantage and lay out Seth. The question here, was Drew helping the Bloodline? Was the Bloodline helping Drew? We just don't know yet. Becky Lynch would take on Nia Jax tonight. And where's all the Becky stans that were laughing in my comment section last week when Liv got a stink face? Because tonight, Becky got the stink face from Nia Jax. Literally, Nia Jax versus Becky was basically a repeat of Liv versus Nia. Becky would have some momentum. Nia would always come out on top. And it would be a disqualification victory for Nia when Liv Morgan got involved, much like when Becky got involved last week, causing a DQ for Nia over Liv. Liv was very happy with herself over doing this. Of course, after this, we'd set up stuff for next week. But this is all playing into that potential heel turn for Liv Morgan, who's had enough of Becky being in the spotlight. Nia would attack both of them post-match and then steal a guy's hat. Oh no, what's the dude ever done for Nia Jax to randomly steal his hat? What was that about? As I mentioned, next week we will get Becky Lynch versus Liv Morgan. Obviously this all plays into Liv's revenge tour. She wants Rhea, Becky's got Rhea, and after Liv walked away, we got another face-off with Becky and Rhea. Rhea just laughing at Becky Lynch. I love how every big feud right now feels very big and very unforced as well. WWE would mention the fact that Sting had his final match last night on AEW Revolution. Michael Cole on commentary referencing that Sting had his final match, and Pat McAfee saying how good of a match it was, acknowledging he wrestled elsewhere is huge for WWE. This would happen right at the start of Gunther versus Dom, which saw the pure obliteration of dirty Dominic Mysterio as Gunther would win. My God, those chops were vicious, weren't they? Next up was tag team action as Shayna and Zoe would take on Katana and Kaden. There was a beautiful double Spanish fly. I loved that. Kaden and Katana can do some really impressive stuff in the ring. Damage Control will be sitting on the commentary table for this match. Michael Cole would also make reference to the fact that he felt sorry for Bayley. What? When did this thing hit? When did this feud stop? Michael Cole hates Bayley. It would be after Shayna and Zoe would pick up the win that Dakota Kai would come in acting as the voice of Damage Control and lay the challenge for a women's world tag team title match next week on Raw. Can I just mention my pet peeve with wrestling is when you've got a championship match already booked and you're already booking another one, because it makes it feel 9 times out of 10 very predictable. And I feel like tomorrow night on NXT Roadblock, you've got Lyra Valkyria and Tatum Paxley versus the Kabuki Warriors. And now we also know that there's going to be a women's tag title match next Monday. And yes, things could change, but 9.5 times out of 10, they're not going to, are they? General Manager Adam Pearce would make a huge announcement tonight regarding the Intercontinental title. Next week, there will be a gauntlet match with the one winner going on to face Gunther at WrestleMania. That means the hope and path of 5 men for WrestleMania ends next week. We wondered about the possibility of a multi-man match at WrestleMania for the IC belt, just because all these guys deserve it pretty much. So who do you think's going to go and face Gunther at WrestleMania? Let me know in the comments down below. It was an amazing presentation tonight for the debut, they called it, meant to be re-debut, of Andrade to Monday Night Raw. Andrade is back. He had a one-on-one match with Apollo Crews, who's also back. And of course, Andrade would look great. He would pick up the win. And I think after a few more matches, the crowd are really going to get behind him again. He's super talented, man. We could be getting a heel Candice LeRae. It was set up tonight after her and Indy would overhear a conversation with Natty and Tegan. And immediately, this ruthless streak in Candice would come out, sort of disrespecting Maxine Dupree. I'm here for this. Something interesting. The Judgment Day would defeat Imperium tonight. There goes my prediction that we could get Imperium versus Judgment Day for the tag belts at WrestleMania. We'd see Sami Zayn defeat Ivar before he was attacked by Bronson Reed ahead of that big gauntlet match next week. Rhea Ripley would warn Io Sky to stay out of her territory. That was very weird, wasn't it? Because there isn't anything like Survivor Series coming up. Could they find a way for these two to clash?